Okay, so I know when I do these awards reactions, at times I get new viewers because of the title and the tags and all of that. I think that's what pulls in new viewers. So you might be watching the video expecting the visuals to correlate to what I'm saying. Unfortunately, that's not the scope of this channel at this moment. Maybe in the future, I would have the time to really organize visuals and everything, but this is just going to be gameplay footage set to my audio. So this is structured more like an audio focused recording and not a visual based recording. You can watch the gameplay footage, it's a whole series. There's a playlist on the channel. If sped up recordings of The Sims 3 is your cup of tea, but if you're here for what are my opinions and my reactions to the winners, then you don't need to look at the visuals, just listen to the audio. But like I said, you are at liberty to enjoy the visuals as well. So thank you in advance and let us get to the main portion of the recording.
Hey, hey, hey. No. Obi na somo. Hey, Obi na somo. Oh, Obi mo, Obi na somo. Hey, chai. Wow. It has happened. Hey, I can't contain myself. This is 3 a.m. I'll be almost 4 a.m. I'm just trying to lower my voice because I don't want to wake up anybody around me. But hey. Oh, Mila, chai. Hey, I'm just happy. Oh, as in when they called his name, I screamed. I didn't even know when I was shouting. I just, hey, my voice just go up. Just like I've seen a ghost. Yeah! Forget. I am overjoyed. Let's do an overall recap of the things. I watched it from A to Z. Since 12 midnight like this, I've been here. But, oh well. Once... they're not updating there for inside. Okay, but let me look at... let me open... Wikipedia would have updated the nominees now. Hey, Obina, I'm so happy right now. So let me open the page. This was 98 awards, 98 Oscars. Woo! I'm on the Wikipedia now. Let's look at the winners together. Let me start from down and go up. I will not start from up. I won't start from up because if I start from up, I will waste time. So I will start from down, then I will go up. Hey, they don't update everybody picture. Che, I'm so happy. I'm gonna start it from down, Jerry. Best visual effects, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Okay, as someone who does a bit of 3D, that one, is it really visual effects? You know, they use mocap. Will I consider mocap visual effects? If it's something like production design, they even nominated them for costume design. I saw that, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But visual effects, cause I'm not sure. Because the thing about visual effects is that it's meant to trick your eyes into believing something that's either real or realistic, but with 3D. And yes, it falls into that category quite easily. But a lot of it is also just I won't call mocap basic, but it's above elementary motion capture. Well, still. I mean, if we're going to clap for Avatar for anything, it's definitely visual effects. One battle after another for film editing. I watched this one battle after another in December. Film editing. From what the nominees that I can see, I don't think there's anyone that really stands out in terms of film editing. I was surprised they nominated Matthew Supreme. That's the only one I was surprised that they nominated for film editing. But other than that, yeah, no. One battle after another. Yeah, good film editing. So this Frankenstein job was just packing. I was like, not only them. So costume design, they won that one. Although from the snippets I saw, I really like the costumes in Harmonet. Then makeup and hairstyling also was that one, not them. No, nobody was even going to contest that one with them. Then best cinematography for Sinners. I was actually thinking it would go to one battle after another, especially that undulating track scene. That's no forget. The cinematography in that scene was epic. It was epic. And then overall, the whole running around, you really need a good cinematographer to balance out that film. But the cinematography in Sinners was peak, especially, that iconic scene within Sinners where the dancing and the music and everything. Yeah, especially around that part. And, they clap for her, especially because she's the first woman to have won best cinematography. Production design, Frankenstein. Yeah, with the clips I saw, I also agree that Frankenstein should have won. They also nominated for production design Hamnet. Of course, all these period pieces, they will get production design. Matthew Supreme, yes, that one I'll agree. He has good production design. One battle after another is good. And of course, Sinners, of course. Hey, I'm just if YouTube blocks my volume because of when I eventually reach that up. Then the inaugural Best Casting Award went to one battle after another. Honestly, I really don't know how to gauge the skill of casting because at a glance, it just looks like, okay, which celebrity, which non-celebrity can somebody mix and give something worthwhile. I don't know the skills involved, although when she was giving her speech, she really made her job sound fleshed out. So it's something that I'll read more of. Surprised. Okay, something like The Secret Agent, yes, of course, it can get a Best Casting nomination because of, really selling that immersion of an era and, having the people act accordingly. Then Harmonet, of course. Sinners, of course. And what's the other one? Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme, in my opinion, I doubt to. Because, there was Kevin O'Leary was a controversial casting choice. I know the interesting choice there was Tyler, the Creator, and is it Odessa Azion or something? I'm not sure I know how to pronounce that. I looked it up one time how to pronounce the name, but I think Odessa Azion. Those were like the interesting choices. But that Kevin O'Leary choice, I mean, it's interesting. It's an intriguing choice, but Kevin O'Leary, of all, if you wanted to go let's pick somebody left field, Kevin O'Leary, well, it worked. He performed well in the film. But one battle after another. I would have never thought, Chase Infinity, Regina Hall. Regina Hall. Chai. And of course, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. Leonardo DiCaprio acted well in that film. He acted very well in that film. Then Chase Infinity. Yeah. Very standard cast. So yeah, best casting. Why not? Sound F1, of course. Even if they don't know what's in the vote. Okay, this is an alarm going on. Hold on, let me pause this. Okay. So F1 best sound, like I was saying, even if they don't know what's in the one give F1, then they give them best sound because of the zoom, and it's very hard mixing all those things together. Okay, we also have original song. Honestly, people are saying, of course, Golden, but I like to use It's an original song, you understand? Oof, and the performance sent me to oblivion. It sent me flying. Woo, that guy can sing. Miles, I can't remember the name. I'll look it up. But yeah, Golden, of course, it has won. It has won. Very motivational song. First K-pop song, mind you. Yeah, and nice song overall. They won also at the Grammys. Surprisingly, they didn't win a Best Pop Duo Group Performance. That's a win that is a bit still puzzling for me, that they gave it to Defying Gravity. I mean, yeah, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, obviously they are peak singers, but did Defying Gravity a cover of, an already overcovered Broadway classic, and even the original self is a towering performance? Did it need a Grammy? Did it need one? I'm not sure. But in terms of the performance value, of course, they knocked it out of the park. I'll check if, in fact, let me just check it now. Did Best Musical Theater Album, that's what it should be, Wicked 2004? Okay. Sorry for the tangents, but I just need to quickly confirm something. Okay, it opened in 2003. Let me check if it won any Grammys. I hope you're happy right now. Awards and nominations. Oh, that's its own separate Wikipedia page. That's interesting. Tony's, Drama Desk, Drama League, Outer Critics, Grammys. It did win, of course. Of course, I'd be surprised if something like Wicked didn't win the Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album. Okay, and score, Sinners, Ludwig Göransson. They announced this as his third win. Begonia's score was interesting. Frankenstein. Although this Alexandre Desplat, Walai, that The Shape of Water. Oh no, man. Oh no. That film, and in its entirety, but the score especially. Whew. Then Hamnet, Max Richter, and Johnny Greenwood did the score for One Battle After Another. That's an interesting choice. Paul Thomas Anderson really choked his eye in many places. But Ludwig Göransson's score for Sinners, that is peak hybrid score. I like the direction he went with that score. Animated short film, The Girl Who Cried Pearls. I haven't seen any of these shorts or documentaries or even international. So I will not skip. I'll just call the names and clap for them. Best animated short film. Hopefully one day, me, I'm also making animated short films once. So they won. And then there was a tie in Best Live Action Short Film between the singers and two people exchanging saliva. I think this is about the 7th or 8th tie overall in Grammy history. Unlike, I say Grammy history, I kind of Oscars history. It's not like the Grammys where if a whole ceremony goes without a tie, we'll be like, So, Best Documentary Short Film is All the Empty... Oh, shit, it's a... gun violence. This mosquito, what are you doing here? It's apparently is an effect of gun violence kind of a short film. And my internet has gone. I don't want to move closer to the router. Then we also have Best Documentary, Mr. Nobody Against Putin. He made some comments about, us doing the right thing. There were a few doing the right thing kind of speeches throughout the ceremony, but famously, with his full chest, Javier Bardem, obviously an Oscar winner. I think at some point, when an Oscar winner or an actor generally as acclaimed as Javier Bardem, right, has nothing to lose or anything, they can just, as they should, stand for what they feel is right, what is right. It's not a matter of what they feel is right. And then he made the declaration. He made the bold declaration live. It's not like the ones that the organ edit it out, but they can leave in slow words. Is that fair? British Academy. By the way, earlier today, do you know Charlemagne the God said they would pay the Tourette's man to hurl it at them? Charlemagne the God, sometimes I see his clips and I am resonating, I agree. Some other times I hear some of the things he says, like what he did try to do with Tyler, for instance. But this one in particular is peak ET, what we call ET. I don't think he's a bad person, but of all takes to have on Oscar's day, now. And of all people to have this discussion, Andrew Schulz. Abi, Shade is his name. That boy that's always wearing white suit. Is he not the one that was campaigning for Trump? Oh, it soured me inside hearing that, but it's not something we'll crucify him over. Just maybe he might clarify what he meant or what, I don't know. But it didn't sound nice. Animated feature film, they gave it to K-pop Demon Hunters, which I still haven't seen. Best international feature film, Sentimental Value. Omo, hey! Is it Stellan Skarsgård? Jesus. Well, we get to his category, Shabba. Yeah. Nice film. The Secret Agent, they didn't end up winning anything, but they only had like 3 nominations, Sha. Voice of Hind Rajab. Realistically, because of the other ones being so competitive, I feel like in what they call a less competitive year, something like this would have won. Then Sirat too, interestingly, was in sound. And it was just an accident. The Palme d'Or winner, that was also here. Okay, and it was also in screenplay. So, okay, now we're in screenplay. Did I do sound? Okay, I did sound. That was F1. Writing, adapted screenplay, one battle after another. Let me look. Frankenstein screenplay. Hamnet. I haven't, all these period films. I haven't really marinated in Hamlet yet, but Train Dreams is an adaptation. That's interesting. Then Bugonia is also an adaptation from a film. Okay. Then the others are based on novels. Yeah, the others are based on novels. Train Dreams is based on a novella, and Paul Thomas Anderson won this award for One Battle After Another. I don't know how I will gauge a screenplay per se, but yeah, why not? Some, dialogue. Now, Sinners for Best Writing Original Screenplay. There used to be an award for Best Original Story. Not necessarily Best Original Screenplay, but they didn't necessarily merge them. They discontinued Best Original Story, because to me, Best Original Story really stands out for Sinners. That's where the selling point for me really is, in terms of, now as for the screenplay, anything here could have taken it. Anything other than, there's no other than Jared. They are all very good screenplays, but I guess what would have edged Sinners over is that it combines a very good screenplay with a compelling original story, and people calling it From Dusk Till Dawn. Bad Belle. Just, I spoke about the unintentional racists some recordings ago, didn't I? It's them. It's them. And the unintentional racist and the myopic. The myopic in the sense that you can't appreciate art forms in their way. Not everything that exists within this your Eurocentric hierarchy that you've made for yourself. So it's nice to see also that not just us audiences can appreciate, but people within one of the highly respected bodies of film critique and all of that can also recognize it. So this is a choice that I am beyond pleased with. This Sentimental Value also had a very good screenplay. Woo, but Sinners now peak. Amy Madigan Weapons Yes, I agree with this choice. As much as, for sentimental reasons, I would have loved to see it go to Wumi. No, forget Amy Madigan. She tear eye for that film. Forget she tear eye. I'm trying to say she did very well in the film. She did fiercely well. That's what I'm trying to say here. But Wumi Mosako, of course, peak performance. Tiana Taylor, of course, peak performance, on point, back-to-back action. And she was so lively during the show. Everybody was clapping, happy. When they called her for serious, see how she ran to the stage with Paul Thomas Anderson. Actor in a song. So this is the only way I will say, I'm like, I'm curious how they vote, because there's been a lot of talk, right, about him being, the most, not necessarily the most friendly person at the shows, within careers. He's had some controversy here and there. Even, it's not even in comparison to Timothée Chalamet, who, in fact, his own was even after voting that had major controversy. So I'm curious how they vote. I'm curious what their thought process is. If they can see someone like that and say, okay, we will overlook even how he treats us, his colleagues, and still give him. I assume maybe they might truly have been won over by his performance, which, by the way, was Pico. Hold on, let me check if they nominated them for makeup and hairstyling, because the wound they gave this guy was too good. Let me check. Okay, they didn't give them makeup and hairstyling. Anyway, the makeup and hairstyling would have been only one character, so it's not the kind of thing you nominate a whole film for. Out of these people, no, he had a stand-up performance. Maybe other than maybe this Stellan Skarsgård. Hey, this guy, he did very well in sentimental value. Then Delroy, as a Delta Slim, yes, of course. Jacob Elordi. In fact, if we were to rank the category with the tightest performance, in fact, all four of these categories, they get tight. They have tight performances anyways, but they can only pick one. So I'm curious, how does their process work? And, it's not even like an overdue like an Amy Madigan, or even if Amy Madigan was doing bad behavior, I'll say, okay, they just overlooked so that they can say, they've given her Oscar. He has 2 Oscars, though. 2. So this actor in a supporting role is his 3rd Oscar. So, I hope someone like this Stellan Skarsgård and Delroy Lindo especially, they can win later, because these 2 guys, they really did well. Then actress, that one, right from Golden Globe, she's just been packing. So nobody was surprised when they called her Jessie Buckley. Actor in a leading role. Chineke, hey, ewo, cha, the joy. I say, the clap I clapped. Like my hand is still red. I shouted. Because throughout the show, I was just preparing my mind. I was just, preparing my mind for when the person that will come to, I was just saying, I was preparing my mind. I was just preparing my mind. Oh, they called, like I say, hey, Abi Adrian Brody, read well. No. I am so happy. Like, it's funny how even now where I am trying to win myself over, like having an emotional investment over things I can't control, especially things like the Oscars that are just, things that I can't control, right? Now that I'm trying to wean myself off of those things, it's funny how I can still get so excited and happy. Oh no, 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 no. I am so happy. Like it's funny how people are just doing their own thing, but you in a coordinates they cannot even figure out and point out on the map. Is now the one happy. Well, I am beyond pleased with this result. I am happy. And all these people, man, they really gave peak performances, but Michael was my peak. I'll never forget when Viola Davis called his name. So like, oh yeah, oh, I said that same shout, that same joy. But it was SAG, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe SAG. Nah, it's who they know, it's maybe like the actors recognizing the actors, but apparently that momentum carried through, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy for him. I've been watching him right from the wire. No, 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 no. And I am so happy I'm at a point in my life where I can appreciate his efforts, and not just me, not just his audiences, but the people the bigger audiences this Sinners has gotten for him, and of course, the critics, the Academy, the Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, British Academy. They did not give it, but they just nominated him still. He got nominated across board, which was quite a feat in this kind of year. I don't think all these people saw nominations across board. Wagner Moura, he didn't get nominated across. Ethan Hawke, I don't think he did either. So, I am so happy. I am happy. Anyway, I'll have to get to work later today. But at least this one was just a mood boost. So, best directing. Wow, 14 nominations. They were saying it throughout the ceremony. 14 nominations. These are his first 2 wins. Or 3 wins, because he also won Best Picture. Yeah. This is good. This is good for him. If one battle after another was snatching any award, right? It was Best Directing. Best Picture was, we could have the debates that Sinners could be here, but still, Best Picture, hands down, one battle after another. Best Directing, clean, with gap. Not that, I'm ranking art, all right? But I beg. No, the directing it was tight. It was tight. Then Best Picture. The producers are Adam Sumner, Sarah Murphy, and Paul Thomas Anderson. And that's the Oscars, guys. That's the Oscars. Oh, hey, Michael B. Jordan. Obi Nasom. Hey, Obi Modima. Oh, can I still sleep like this? I think I'll just carry this happiness in my heart till the next night, because, man, I am too happy right now. Chai! Matthew Supreme didn't end up winning anything. 824. The only thing that surprises me is that this is what 824 said it was his most expensive picture. And after I watched the film, I was like, so where did the budget now go? And it's a good film. Technicalities are there. No, forget. Timothée Chalamet can act fire. He's not a novice. And I was happy to see, Gwyneth Paltrow in something. I don't know what she did that made it look as if Hollywood hate her, but it's nice to see. I first thought it was Kirsten Dunst, but it was nice to see her. But the story, also nice to see Tyler, the creator, but was anything stand out? I don't know if, some things were stand out. We were talking that I can even count here up to like 5 nominations for the film, but that could have won in such a lineup of films. At the end of the day, some things stand out, but some things stand out more to the voters, I imagine. But that it didn't win anything at the Oscars does not mean that it's an iron condemn. The film is good, though. It's good. Very polished production, and I feel like for me, in terms of story, I kind of shifted a bit because it was trying to sell me ping pong victory, but at some point I lost, and lost my way, but still overall I found my way back into the film. Uh, I feel like all these sports victory films do better or are more impactful when they are based off of real characters. Matthew Supreme is an original screenplay, and that I can tell it's entirely original. Matty Mauser is an original character, so because even when they base it off of like real life people like Venus Williams, they always find something to tie you to adapted screenplay. So for the Academy to have given them a nomination in original screenplay, that means this story is original. Because even Barbie, right? It's a new story, but that it was based off of Barbie trademark. It was in original screenplay. Same thing with Borat and sequels generally. No, in fact, even the first Borat, oddly enough, I remember that was a curious nomination when he lost to The Departed. Borat, the first Borat, his feature film debut as Borat, was nominated in adapted screenplay because Borat was an established character by Sacha Baron Cohen. Oh well, so let's not do Matthew Supreme. I'm already seeing Matthew Supreme flopped. It's a good film, please. All this Best Picture lineup is sizzling, man. From start to finish is sizzling. But One Battle After Another, forget. No, that film, it's good, man. That film was good. It's the kind of film where you're just watching. And DiCaprio, man, for all the, shade he's been collecting in the public eye, at least he does his job so well. He does his job so well, right? No, forget. He so well. All the best, like they were on form. Forget. This was an interesting thing. So yeah, no complaints. What do I even want to complain about? If I complain, will they change it? Not that I'm being apathetic or nonchalant, but there's nothing to complain about here at all. I'm very happy for Michael B. Jordan. Oof, I am so happy right now. I think I need to give this a rest because now it's me that I'll need to record footage to pair with this recording. But whatever. Thank you for listening. What do you think of the Oscars? Do you even watch the Oscars? What film festivals do you look at? Like me personally, I look out for Cannes. Anytime Cannes come out, I have to wait so that the films come to the mainstream. Then I'll now start watching that because Cannes never disappoints. I'm also looking for if there's music film festival. Then I also for these animated shorts. I'm curious. I'm curious. Also inspiration for me that makes short form animation as well. I remember when Kobe Bryant won short form animation. I don't think I ever watched. Was it Dear Basketball? I haven't watched it. So yeah, what do you think? Are you happy? Did your person that you were looking for, did they win? My own person, the only person that really I was looking out for, he won't know. So I need to just pause this and then have a little relaxation before I eventually sleep off and continue work for the rest of the day. Thank you for listening to this recording, and I'll see you in another one, hopefully.